All right, guys, we're in the downstairs game room, and we have a pretty big project ahead of us, don't we?
Oh, we most definitely
That's
do.
right. So we've been talking about doing this for a while, and it is time. We're going to move all this stuff. Take everything off the wall, our Xbox display, our sign there, all the signs. Even our Wii collection has to move, and hopefully Oscar will help.
That's right.
That's right. And we're going to patch up this wall a little bit, prep it for paint, and we're going to paint this wall red so it pops as our YouTube backdrop. And then we're probably going to, because we'll have a fresh slate, move things around a little bit and make some changes. So pretty exciting. We got everything off that wall, and that definitely took some doing. Even the Wii collection is no longer in that corner, which is kind of a big shock, huh?
Uh-huh.
And yeah, exactly. And now we get to patch up some holes, make a few little changes that we have planned, and then we'll be on to the next phase of this little project. All right, the wall has been prepped and taped and spackled and sanded, and it's all ready to paint.
Two
So
thumbs up.
that's right. So it's very exciting. We're going to paint this wall. It's going to be a little feature wall. Then we're going to move some things around, and we're also updating the hardware on the doors and all that. So quite the project, huh? This is taking
Uh-huh.
some doing, but so far so good. So
Cool.
next step, paint. It's the next day, and as you can see, we went this red color. It's called Bang, is the name of the paint, and really, we thought it kind of would be a nice little pop of color in the background. And what we're going to do here now, as you guys know, we used to have our Wii collection over here on this wall, and then behind us was just some like random Xbox games, and it was a little mishmash of stuff. So what I want to do is clean it up a little bit. Over here, we're going to build some custom shelving, all from floor to ceiling, and that's going to be where we house the Nintendo games. And I'm not sure if it's going to be just the disc-based Nintendo games, or if we're going to move all the Nintendo games here, and then switch out things upstairs as well, because right now we have all the Nintendo carts upstairs. So I'm going to see how much room we have once we finish that shelving, and how it all looks, and make a decision then. And then the doors are getting a little upgrade as well. The fixtures on the doors are currently brass. You can kind of see them over there. They're leaning up against the wall, those French doors. They have brass fixtures on them. And I removed all the fixtures, or all the hardware, I should say. And I'm going to give them a little makeover and turn them into an oil bronze instead of a brass, because brass is kind of dated these days. It's very 90s, and that'll make it a little more contemporary. And then the glass there, I got this. It's like a static cling film that you cut to size and you put on the windows there, and it's a stained glass. So that'll kind of allow some color to come through the windows and still allow light to come through. So I thought that'd be kind of nice. It also opens up this area instead of putting some heavy curtains there, and because there's limited space in here, and we'll be able to open the second door now, which we couldn't do before because it was blocked. So that'll be nice from a functional standpoint. Now over here is where we're going to put the Xbox collection, and that includes Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, all the Xbox games. And we're going to put a media shelf right here. And then we're going to do the custom Xbox wall display that you guys are used to seeing for the original Xbox games right here with the Xbox sign above that. And then over here, we're probably going to put our, we have that frame with all our letters in it. And then I'm not sure what we're doing down here, but once I see how it all looks, we'll kind of adjust things. I purchased a custom NES outlet cover from eBay that's on its way. So that's going to go right there to cover up that outlet. Now, the big change here, and is why what kind of motivated this whole change, is why and why I wanted to do this, is because in the corner here, you guys are probably used to seeing the light box. And I went ahead and brought the light box out and opened up this corner for a very specific reason, which is I want to get an arcade cabinet. I've always wanted to have an arcade cabinet down here, and I'm really excited now. I don't have the money for it yet. I'm saving right now. So that may be an empty spot for a little while, and that's okay because that is something I'm currently saving for. And I'm not sure what I'm going to get as far as arcade cabinets. I'm probably just going to be scouring Craigslist over the next several months and seeing what comes around. A Neo Geo arcade cabinet would probably be my first choice. I think that would be sweet right here. I love Neo Geo, And those are nice cabinets because you can switch out the games, or you can even put a multi-cart in there and have all the Neo Geo games on one cabinet. So, but I'm not totally set on that. I'd be stoked on like a Galaga or a Pac-Man or a Donkey Kong. There's I want a real arcade machine there now. Also, a potential possibility is building a custom arcade cabinet. We may think about doing that. I'm not sure if I want to take on that project though. And there's something about having a legit arcade cabinet that sounds cool because we do have the custom Sega Genesis arcade cabinet upstairs, and we don't have an authentic arcade cabinet in the collection. So that's going to be a pretty nice piece for our YouTube backdrop. So we'll have the arcade cabinet, the Xbox collection, we'll have the custom Nintendo shelf over here. There's Leaf, and she's been helping me with the project. Say hi to everyone. And she's got her own little project going on at the moment. And so that's our plans. So I'm going to let this paint dry, and then we'll start moving forward with the project. All right, we've made some progress. We got all the Xbox games on one shelf. What do you think?
Oh yeah, looking snazzy.
Yeah, definitely. And we got our wall of OG Xbox games back up with the Xbox sign. So,
With some bright red,
yeah,
red paint.
red. Yeah, that's right. That color's called Bang.
Bang.
And then we got all our collage of letters that we've gotten over the years and our Atari sign. And we're still working on it, but
Yeah.
coming along.
It's a work in progress.
It's day 3 of our big upgrade to the game room, and we made a lot of progress, and we were working on this last night, making some fine-tune adjustments and getting everything squared away. Now, we temporarily moved this gaming chair in the corner as just kind of a filler. Now, as we mentioned before, that's where the arcade cabinet's going to go, but I'm not sure how long that'll take. And then all the PlayStation games now are over here, so we were able to fit them all onto that display there, that little rack. And I think that's pretty awesome, and we still have some more room there. So that's cool. And then we did a few little minor adjustments over here, and still waiting for the outlet cover back there. That's going to be pretty cool. That should get here the next day or two. And really happy with the way that looks. Now there's a couple items on the way, including a 38-foot LED light strip that I purchased that's going to go all the way along this wall, and it's going to serve a couple purposes. One is it's RGB lighting that you connect your smartphone to, and we'll be able to change the color of this wall to any color we want. And it's also going to kind of cover up any imperfections. I mean, the paint job was pretty decent. I did tape it off, but as you can see, there's some areas that don't look super clean. So the LED light strip is going to totally cover that. And it's also going to be awesome because we can change the color to whatever we want. So that was kind of, I was sitting here looking at this wall and thinking of things we could do to make it even better. And I was like, oh, I wonder if we could put LED lighting all the way along the wall. So I looked online and found a really awesome deal on some Wi-Fi controlled LED light strips that was long enough to cover the edges of the entire wall. So I'm really excited about that. And that's in the mail. And along with the NES outlet cover, that's in the mail. And then we still got to do the doors and add the stained glass film to that and change out the hardware. And then the next project is going to be this media shelf over here. Now that's what I'm going to be working on today. So building custom media shelves for the Nintendo collection. That's going to take some doing, so we're going to go ahead and split this video up into multiple parts. And this will be the end of part 1. And then we'll try to get out part 2 to you whenever we can. And in an effort to get content out to you, I think doing this in multiple parts is probably the best way to go about it. And then some other changes that we made down here are moving the Wii tower over to the right of the TV here. And I think that looks nice. And then, of course, the light box is now living in this corner. And I actually much prefer this here. I think that looks good. And one of the added benefits of having it in the corner here is those lights are adjustable. And I actually could point them at Leaf and I when we're filming. So we're going to have some additional studio lighting, which is great because having good light really makes the film look that much better, or the quality of the video look that much better, I should say. And then, of course, we got the little laser light show going on in the corner there still, which is kind of cool. And yeah, so I think that turned out well. And then a couple little minor adjustments we made last night. We were just kind of tinkering in here and getting things all situated. Whenever you move something in a game room that has lots of stuff, you kind of have to, creates a domino effect, or you have to move all kinds of stuff just to make room for the, first thing that you moved, and then that makes something else that you have to move, and it's kind of a never-ending cycle. So went ahead and put the PC on this filing cabinet here. Now, I'm either going to paint that filing cabinet or I'm going to find something else to put the PC that looks a little bit better because that doesn't quite match. I think if it was red, that would probably look better. So, or black maybe. So I think I'm going to paint that or do something. I'm not sure yet, and it's not a priority. That'll be down the road. But for now, that works. I like getting the PC off of the floor. It's easier to access the side panel and get the dust out of there. And it's nice having it off the floor for airflow. And so that's a nice little upgrade. And aside from that, we made some changes to this cabinet as well. Now, the indie boxes used to live up here on top, and we went ahead and moved all the indie boxes down here because this is where the Halo collection was at, and we put all the Halo stuff on the Xbox shelf. So we freed up that shelf for the indie boxes, and then we freed up this top shelf. And right now we just have the Pip-Boy, the Power Loader from Aliens, and then a Hulk in there. And that'll probably change over time, but for now that looks good. And then, of course, we have some collector's editions and stuff in the corner there. And then we went ahead and put the Retron 5 onto this little storage, I don't even know what you call it, but a little shelving thing. And yeah, I think that works pretty well. And I'm sure we'll be changing things over time and making little adjustments. But for now, that's how we have it. And that's going to be it for this video. So stay tuned for part 2, where we do our custom media shelves and hang the doors and put the stained glass film on and make some more improvements to our downstairs game room. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye.